All right. Hello, everyone. We are live. We have the wonderful Deann Shield Maiden with us today. Always fun for us to get together, and I always look forward to it. How are you doing, Deann?
I'm doing good. I told you, I said I missed your face.
Yeah.
I can see you on with Mel, and I can talk to you on the phone. But I like getting to see your face on
Mhm.
here and everybody and reading with you. I missed you.
Yeah,
I've been
catching
sick
up.
for a couple weeks, and my husband was, so I didn't get to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, and things have been really crazy for me as well. I'll just say briefly, I was going to make this message anyway. I think I got back to everybody that reached out to me, but if I didn't, send me another message because things have been a little crazy the last few weeks. Exciting things with that, but a little bit crazy. So send me an email if I didn't get back to you, and I apologize about that. All right. And I always enjoy getting my weekly show with everybody in the chat as
Yes,
well.
me too. We
Hope
got so
everybody
many
is
good
doing well.
people.
Yes. All right, you all. So today, me and Deann are going to do political, world event, spiritual questions. If you like, you can write your questions in the chat, all caps, couple emojis. Try to get to as many as possible today. I'm gonna do a couple housekeeping real quick, if that's okay, Deann.
You're going to do housekeeping.
Yeah, I got some housekeeping lists to get to real quick before we start.
Oh, I thought maybe you're going to vacuum the floor or something.
No,
Do some dusting, and we'll just
not right
wait.
now. No. All right. Everybody's asking how my mom is. She's doing a lot better. So thank you all for the prayers.
So happy.
She's still feeling a little under the weather, but nothing too serious. So really grateful for that. My sister had a baby boy today, so that's really
Yay.
exciting. She had to have IVF, um, so it was definitely a long, hard journey to have a kid of her own. But she finally that finally happened for her, so that's really exciting as well. My first nephew.
Does she live in Ohio where you can go see the baby?
Yeah, she doesn't live
Oh,
too
yay.
far away.
So you're going to go, have you seen the baby yet?
I haven't yet. No.
So you're going to. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll make time to do that. If you didn't see, I posted over the weekend. I finished my level 3 Reiki class, and this weekend I'm going in for my master class. Really excited about that. So keep an eye out on that. Probably be doing some classes in the near future.
That
Oh,
was your
some more.
Christmas present, wasn't
It
it?
was
Your
a
Christmas
Christmas
present?
present. Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Oh, another big thing for the channel. I did hit 6,000 subscribers.
You did?
So, yep, we'll be doing a giveaway. I'll probably be doing it next week. How you can enter to get into the giveaway, I'll be giving a free reading and a free Reiki session. You can comment on this video after it posts, comment in the comment section, and I'll pull 2 people from the comments. So that's really exciting. Um, Last day for my January specials if anybody's interested in Reiki or a reading. So please reach out to me today. We can get something set up for you. And I think, shows for this week. Tomorrow I'm doing my members live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be doing a collective group deep dive into February, and I'll be answering some of your personal questions, little mini readings. Thursday night, I believe Mel's going to be on my channel. Haven't talked, so that is the plan as far as I know of. And I think this Friday at 4 p.m., I'm going to be on Lori the Way of Positive Changes channel at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me just double check that. But
Busy, busy, busy.
yeah, it's been crazy. Yes, this Friday. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I don't know about you, Deann. I was kind of telling you a little bit beforehand. Does everybody else feel like I'm feeling like kind of like on edge, like some big news is about to drop?
Yes. Yes.
Something's coming out. I don't know if it's Fonnie Willis with her indictments for the Georgia
I
case,
feel like it is.
but Giuliani kind of came to mind too. So that's why I'm kind of wondering if it's some big info coming out about Georgia. But I feel like we're really on the cusp of something, and I was feeling like end of January, beginning of February, something big coming out. So
Yep. I think so too. You can just feel it. Like you
I
said, it's
feel
just
it.
an energy. You
Like we're
can
like this
feel it
close.
coming.
Something's about to drop. Could even
Yeah.
happen maybe later today or later on in the week. All right. Is there anything that you want to share before we begin? I'm gonna
Oh,
get
I
some of
don't
these
have much
questions
going on
started.
this week. I'm just going to be on Friday with my friend PD Connects at 6 o'clock.
Nice.
So, doing that. And then, I don't know, just I haven't planned a lot this week. I've been kind of taking it easy a little bit more since.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to. They just
Mhm.
find that time for yourself, and that's something that I think the last few months I've really been making a priority is my own health. Because if I'm not at my best, if I'm overwhelmed or not feeling in balance, I can't be at my best to help other people.
Yep.
So really making yourself a priority is so important.
Yeah, sometimes you have to. And you're not going to read
Hmm.
very well if you're not feeling very well.
Right, right. Oh, everybody's so sweet. Thank you all so much.
Oh, I was looking at that. Yes, we so need to see an indictment. Yes, Giselle, we do. Oh yeah, I heard about Stormy Daniels too. That stuff may come back up because he used campaign
Oh
money.
yeah, New York is that's steaming up. They got a
Yeah, he
grand
was in
jury.
the White House when he wrote those checks
Hmm.
to Cohen, the 35,000 or however many increments he put it in, but
Yeah.
that was campaign money that he got. So my God, he's in trouble for so much stuff from everywhere.
Oh yeah. And I saw today Santos
Yeah.
supposedly stepping down from his committees.
Oh,
Um,
really?
and I don't think he would do that if he doesn't know that, poop's about to hit the fan. So,
Well, what kind of job can you get where you can lie about your name, your ethnicity, your schools, grade school, high
mhm,
school, the sports you were in? I mean, everything, the death of your mother, and still keep that job. And
right.
now they found out about the drag thing, and you know how the Republicans are about that. And then now, what is it? Money. He's been getting money from, I think he worked at Dish Network, made 40,000, 50,000 a year, and suddenly
Okay.
he's got all this money.
Yeah.
He's going to be in trouble. I keep feeling he's going to be not there long.
Karen says what we really need to see is Diane's wedding picture.
My whose wedding picture?
Deanne's wedding
Mine?
picture. Yeah.
I have a wedding picture. I'll show that to you if you want to see mine. I actually was 28. Looks
It's what?
similar but skinnier and no
Oh,
wrinkles.
you were 28.
Hmm.
Got you.
I was 28 and Dale was 40. We were 13 years difference, but I've never felt like any difference. So must be an old soul,
Mm.
or he's a young
Yeah,
soul.
but there's a lot of stuff ramping up. Really, a lot of things coming to the surface. So I would say for everybody to make sure they get your popcorn ready. It's going to be a bit of a show for us. I've always said I feel like March is going to be really big, but the energy is definitely heading into that direction.
When they indict 45, I swear I may drive to Ohio and just to go celebrate with you. It may be worth the trip so that I want to celebrate with somebody.
Right?
We'll have that wine, the good wine.
Yes, we'll get some good wine and cheers and maybe do a live stream.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Let's look at some of your questions. I don't know. I might have missed a few of them, but I did the best that I could.
It's hard because, especially if you're talking or you're looking down at the cards, this
Hmm.
just keep scrolling and you don't see stuff all the time.
Right, right. Well, let's look at this. Let's take a look at February for the United States and the
Okay.
energy around that. See if indictments start coming because today's the last day of January. So I'm going to throw some cards.
I will too. But it says, is February a big month for indictments? Okay, I'm getting a big yes.
Okay.
So let's see what we get in the cards. I'll just throw one.
All right. Energy of the U.S. in February. I'm just going to take a look at it. Overall energy of February in the U.S.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Aries Wanderer is not far too. She said the three of us can all hang out.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am coming. I'm not lying. I'm coming to your house one day. I will warn you
You're
though.
welcome. I got plenty of room.
You got an extra bedroom for me to
I
sleep?
do have an extra bedroom, yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm getting, let's see, is February a big month for indictments? I got the Page of Cups as a signifying card. So there's going to be some surprises that are going to be coming out. I believe in February. There'll be surprises to the people that that are caught too. So yeah, there's going to be some surprises. And I got the oh, what is this? This is the Nine of Swords in reverse. So it's going to help us. We're going to start seeing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. You know, we've been so stressed, but I think some of the stress is going to be better because we are going to see some things improving, and we're going to see some people, you know, getting what's coming to them. They're going to be getting indicted.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of it is with the Six of Pentacles. There's money that's involved in this too. There's some illegal money. People were given money they weren't supposed to get, taken money they weren't supposed to take. And a lot of the people are going to be having to move on. They're going to be asked to step down. You got it too?
There's something significant with the number 8.
Yeah, and I think they're going to choose to step down because it's like you step down or go to jail. There's going to be some deals made with some of these people, and I think Santos is one too, that he's being caught for some money. And I got the oh, what is this here? The Seven of Swords in reverse there. So that's telling me that there's going to be some confessions and some people coming clean about the dirty deeds that they did. So yeah, people are all going to be turning on each other. And I think February, March, April, those months, it's going to be significant.
Well, I'll just say, as I was shuffling, I have the 8 of Swords here, which can often mean like prison or indictment. The number 8's coming through significantly because I have it here, and then along with that 8 of Cups, the walking away from the things that aren't serving you. This is a card of feeling very trapped and restricted. Yeah, I feel like things are really, there's momentum of movement coming in February. We have the Wheel of Fortune, so it's like things have felt stalled for a long time. We're going to really start to see some accelerated movement. Something coming out about Trump, not surprising there. I feel like the 8 might be like 8 people indicted, actually.
Oh, yeah, I think you could be right there.
Yeah, and it does feel like it's finance related. Not shocker there, but yeah, we have information coming out, like the whistleblower, leaving a lot of burden for people, and it's multiple people too. So you know, this is normally about group work. It's multiple people in the Republican Party.
How many people? I'm getting 6 or 7 people being indicted, so maybe more.
I feel like it's going to be in different stages. Like I feel there's going to be a few with the Georgia, and then a few with the document case, and then it feels like a little bit more into the spring is when a lot of the congressional Republicans get indicted. But yeah, we do have a bit of a tower moment going in February. We have the tower next to the Seven of Swords, so it's like a lot of the corruption and the thief in the night. It's their downfall, and then there's like that isolation and hiding as well with that. And right next to it, I have the Queen of Cups, and I don't know who this is, but for some reason, Ginny Thomas was coming through when I pulled this card. So maybe some news about Ginny Thomas as well. But yeah, I think February is going to be a big month. There's a lot of heavy cards here. Not a whole lot of good ones for the U.S.
And I think the spring too. You know.
But yeah, like I said, we're on the precipice of some big breaking news. I feel it.
I know. I just so want to see them take him away in handcuffs. I just want justice. I don't want anything that isn't, you know, right. Just justice.
Yeah. Well, I think this year in general, there's going to be heavy moments like the last few years, but it feels like there is more movement coming in. And I really feel like 2023 for me is going to be a year of accountability for those that have gotten away and did a lot of corrupt things. A lot of that coming to the surface and them having to be accountable for their actions is what I'm feeling.
Isn't it weird that they got Marjorie Taylor Greene to be the head of the Homeland Security? I wonder if she's
I
trying
don't
to
think
get
weird. I think
information that is
scary.
going to help them get information she shouldn't have. She's being
Oh yeah.
investigated. So how does she get on that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Some of the people that they want to put in those high committees.
The
I don't see them in
Clinton.
there for very long, though. I know
Well,
this can go kind of into our next question about somebody asked about Pamela says many readers have said that Kevin McCarthy will not be leader for long time. May I ask if you will do a reading on whether or not there will be any Democrats across the aisle?
any
What do you
Democrat?
mean, bipartisan, or do you mean a Democrat coming in?
McCarthy leader now. May I ask if you do a reading whether or not there will be any Democrats across the aisle? I'm not sure if that means like if they take a Republican out, will a Democrat be put in? And I don't know if they can do that or if it depends on the state that they're in.
Mm. I think they usually have special elections, but from what I felt, I feel like it's very, very possible that the Congress will shift back to Democrats before they go to 2024, that election.
Let's see. Well, the House end up being Democratic majority. I'm getting yes on that it very well could go back to being a Democratic, minor Democratic.
Yeah, it'd only be like by a seat or two, I feel.
Yeah, very minor.
hmm But I feel like when McCarthy's out, they're going to get somebody, um, whoever comes in, I do feel like them working across the aisle, like bipartisanship.
I never felt like, as much as I wanted it, I never felt like Hakeem Jeffries was going to get it because I didn't think they would allow a Democrat when they had the majority.
Mm. You mean as speaker, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like him being in there. I don't think he's going to be speaker for a long time, but for a while.
Yeah, but I mean on that particular election. But
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Let's take a look at McCarthy and see if we can figure out.
Okay.
Let's just look at him. I don't think he's going to be in there long, but as you know, timing's always a bit hard to pinpoint. Pamela says any Republicans across the aisle.
Yep, throwing things on the floor. Okay.
Ooh. Oh, he's got the tower crossing him. There's some news coming in for him. And it feels like it's money ties, like dark money is what I'm getting. I think McCarthy is very much in his ego. Like, I feel like he very much feels like he's very victorious. Like he was going to do whatever it takes to become speaker.
Yeah.
But we have a bit of a battle coming in, and we already kind of have seen that with these some of these Republicans not voting for him. There's a fight coming in. He's on the defense. Yeah, there's a big change coming in. We have the King of Wands. I'm not sure what his zodiac sign is. Probably some fire. And then we have the death card. So there's some change, and it happens like big. It's like a big change. I think it has to do with this tower moment where he's very, very stuck and restricted. But overall, like I said, he's got like the Queen of Justice sitting above him, and it's like he took money with that Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, like that abundance, and it's dark next to the Devil. And he's desperately trying to go to smoother waters with this. What are
Well,
you getting?
I got about McCarthy, he partnered, he got the Two of Cups. So he partnered up with people, gave people positions. He made deals with people. This is him, in my mind, making deals with people to get what he wanted.
Yeah.
So, but he's the fool. He's foolish. He thinks he can control them. He thinks he can run this Congress. He's proven that they run him. He doesn't run anything. So he's the fool, but he thinks he's got a new start, and he's happy right now.
Yeah.
But I get that there's going to be some karmic justice coming in for him. And we're going to find out the truth about some things about him that we don't know right now. And there's going to be a little bit of cause and effect. The things he did are going to have some consequences. I got the Seven of Cups, and I'm not sure what that means. It could be that they're looking at a lot of different things, a lot of different evidence, trying to decide what they're going to get him on, because there may be more than one thing that they have. And but I think they've got lots of options. There are things, and they're making decisions, I think, on what to do with him.
Yeah.
But I get in the end here, he's going to be the Knight of Cups. He's going to be, he's going to be unhappy. He's going to be seen as a fraud. His reputation is going to be shot. So I think that, he is not going to be in there long. He has no control over his Congress. He's
right.
The MAGAs take over.
Yeah, and it's really, I told you when we saw that that show electing him to be even speaker, it's going to get worse.
Did you see the cartoon? I forget what her name is. One of the readers put out, and it showed Nancy Pelosi on a donkey, riding a donkey, and then it shows McCarthy next to her with the elephant for the Republicans is riding him, and says, "You need a little help with that, Pelosi's."
That's funny. Yeah, but I feel like there's some money ties coming out too. Maybe that's not why he's removed, but when I tap into McCarthy, I don't feel jail like I feel for other people, or even indictments. I don't think he was hugely involved with the 6th. But I just feel like there's a bunch of shame that crosses him. It's like that public scrutiny, and he almost has to go into hiding. If that makes any
I'm
sense.
getting he won't be arrested either, but will he lose? But he will lose his position, and he will lose his reputation.
Yeah. You know what? I got a couple sevens, and that Seven of Cups that you got. I wonder if how many extra votes are there for the Republicans? How many extra seats? Because I feel like it may be 7 people opposing him and getting rid of him.
It could be.
If that makes sense.
It could be that, and it could be they have different options that they're trying to look at, and what's the best way to get rid of him.
Yeah.
McCarthy and Santos linked together in the same.
I think you're onto something there, Jewel.
Yeah, they might find Russia ties to that money.
I definitely feel like dark money connections coming out, and a lot of Republicans being involved in that. I do feel a couple Democrats, though, too.
Yeah, because when they tried to look up the people that Santos said gave him the money, they can't get a hold of any of them or find any of them. So I don't even think they exist. Just made up stuff like he did everything else.
Well, and for all the Trumpers watching that want to hate on my comment section, there you go. I was not biased in that section, because I do feel like there's some Democrats getting in trouble for dark money as well. So haters can go hate, and I'll block you.
And whoever's doing it should be in trouble. I don't care which side.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I think the first question in Sweetie Darling Lulu asked, and I've heard of the name, but I'm not too familiar with this case. But Alex Murdo, is
I
on
believe I
trial
got he
for
will be found guilty.
murder of his wife and son. Is he guilty or will he be found guilty? And just reading that, I got a resounding yes with that. I
Yeah,
feel like
I read it
guilty.
yesterday, and I did my pendulum on it again today, and both times I get yes, he's going to
Hmm.
be convicted. He
Yes.
is guilty.
I got like a very strong resounding yes. He'll be found guilty. And I think he is guilty. Like I said, I haven't I could look into it a little bit more. Like I said, I'm not super familiar with the case. I think I've heard about it on the news, but
Yeah.
wasn't really like paying attention.
I wasn't familiar with it either. I had to look it up, but as soon as they asked me, I felt yes, and then the card said
Mhm.
yes, the pendulum said yes.
And people are saying McCarthy's an Aquarius. Thank you.
Oh, is he?
Because I was getting a fire sign. Maybe I think Hakeem Jeffries is a fire sign. I think he's a Leo if I remember correctly. So maybe it's like that passionate leader coming in and
Mhm.
crossing him with that death card, like ending his career. Could be like that. All right, you guys. A lot of good questions here. Sweet and Salty asks, will Kushner lose his properties and go to prison? I've always felt prison for him.
I have too.
And like a lot of money, like assets being taken. So yeah, I do think he'll lose his
Let's see.
properties too.
I get yes. Will it be in 23? Not this year, though.
No, I think it's more into next year.
It'll be next year. Maybe in the spring of next year, because they've got so many people they're going after. It's going
Yeah.
to take time. We see how slow this has been going with 45.
I think information's gonna come out about it. Maybe he's indicted this year, but he's not charged until next year is kind of what I'm feeling.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean. I get next year going to jail, but not yet. It'll take some time to indict him. He's got to get lawyers. They got to fight the
Mhm.
case.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little while, but I see jail for him.
And there'll be appeals and appeals and appeals if he can.
Yeah, and I just heard traitor too,
Yes.
just now. So yeah, I think it has to do with selling information. I actually think that him and Ivanka might be separating in the next couple months too.
I think so too. I
think
think I
this
did a
summer.
reading a while back on that and on those two, and I got they were going to get a divorce. Melania too is going to leave
Yeah,
Trump if he doesn't pass away or something. You know, I'm not wishing that, but you
I
know,
see
they
him
said
being.
a lot of the Republicans actually are wishing that
Uh-huh.
because they
Wishing
don't
what?
know
I'm
how to get
sorry.
away from him.
Wishing what? I'm
A
sorry.
lot of the Republicans I heard that are in Congress, in the Senate,
Mhm.
really don't like 45 and want him to
Oh
go
yeah.
away. And they can't get rid of him because of that MAGA base. They're afraid of
Mhm.
losing their votes or losing their support or them coming after them or something. But a lot of them are hoping he gets indicted because they want to get rid of him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the last midterm election. They should have won that easily, and they lost because of Trump and his candidates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Kushner's going down. I'll say that. I don't have my jail card, but I definitely get that there's ties to overseas governments,
Mm-hmm.
and I see him being actually very disappointed that he took that money.
Yeah.
He's very, very nervous right now because he sees the writing on the wall for him and his family. The happy families crossing him, so I think it's not just him, other people. We got justice above him, so yeah, there's definitely legal issues coming in. Um, he might actually try to sneak out of here. I just got with this. I don't think he'll be successful with it, but this is like I think there's a plan in place to go to Saudi Arabia, and he thinking that being a plan for him. I don't think it's going to work. You know, we have the thief in the night, and then we have the magician crossing him, which I feel like typically it wouldn't be an indictment, but for some reason I feel like it's a prosecutor sending the indictment. Um, but it's slow and steady. I think that's like finding all the evidence and following that money trail. It's slow and steady. information coming in. But I do feel like he'll lose his properties, and I feel like prison time for him.
Well, I got the 5 of Pentacles. So he's going to go through some financial hardship.
Yeah.
It has to do with finances. Him and his wife are going to feel left out in the cold. And I don't think daddy's going to help them either.
No.
And they kind of would like to leave. They would like to get away and go overseas. Yeah, they want to go overseas. They want to get away because he kind of knows in the back of his mind he's in trouble right now.
He's very anxious.
And I got down that he made some poor investments. He did some poor things with the money. He's going to get caught as losing money again. This I get for the indictment. They're going to make a decision to indict him. There's going to be lost love for him. I think that could be Ivanka too, and he's going to go down, and the person that's going to take him down, I think, is a woman. His own wife may testify against him.
I feel that too.
To save herself.
Yeah, I see. I think I've read on it before, but I do think Ivanka kind of flips on everybody to save herself. And I saw her in an ankle, like house arrest, like an ankle bracelet, a monitoring bracelet. So I think with her cooperation, it might keep her out of prison.
I think she's cooperated on her father, and I think to save herself. I don't think that they are in love right now. There are a couple of there's a reason. Transaction. Yeah. So
but I do see them splitting here soon, and maybe it very well could be too. Is like, she decides to give up all the information, and then just kind of like distance herself from that because she's going to do what she has to do for her and her children.
Yeah,
she's very much self-serving that way,
Yep.
And I think that I see like the Trump name and the dynasty like crumbling. So, this power that she has now definitely going and fading, and not being loved or anything like that.
Yep.
So
I have a card on one of these that I think I showed you before. It shows Trump Tower with the T falling off, the Trump falling off the building. And I always thought that those buildings are going to be a thing of the past.
Yeah. It's like the tower, they weren't built on that strong foundation, so they're going to crumble.
Yep. Of course, I want to show you that. I can't find it. Oh, here it is.
Thanks for stopping by for a little bit.
Yeah,
Connie.
see, there's my tower card for him.
Oh, I like that.
Trump falling down. I always think about using these. I probably should. I just haven't used them much, my political cards. I might throw a few of them. Rump Tower. Yes! Take the T off Rump Tower.
All right, you guys. I haven't looked at Kushner in a while, but yeah, he's definitely very nervous is what I got for him. All right, this is a good one. Will Ruben Gallego become a senator in Arizona?
Okay.
Since Kristen Sinema switched to an independent, he was going to run against her anyway. I think that that's a big reason why she switched to an independent. And I think they would be running in 2024, if I remember correctly. I'm getting a big yes.
I'm getting yes as well.
Democrats won't support Sinema in Arizona. And I don't know. I don't feel like there's enough support there to take away from the Democrat in that race.
You got victory? Yes. Gonna go forward with that.
Still a while out there, so we'll definitely read on it. But I feel pretty good. I think he'll definitely at least get the. I think he'll get the Democratic nomination in Arizona. I see Sinema out of there, though.
I do too. What was the other guy's name? Sinema, and there's another one too that always votes for the Republicans.
Oh, Manchin.
Manchin. Yeah, I thought it was Manchin. She might as well be a Republican.
I wouldn't go that far. I think that there's a lot of money influence.
Mm.
and definitely some money from Republicans. So, I mean, I would say that she's voted more times with Democrats than with Republicans, but she's a bit of an obstructionist, and getting bought and paid for to not help Biden get his agenda passed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should be illegal to be able to take money from these big companies.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of honest people that start out in politics, they want to do good things. They get so tempted from seeing other people. They're getting all this money. Just vote yes on the bill. Just vote no on the bill. And then they try to be honest, and everybody around them's getting rich, and it corrupts people.
Yeah. My card that I got is the same
Yeah.
exact card that you got for him. This is like momentum and victory, being victorious.
Yep.
Yep, he's got the judgment call for the government position. Yeah, and he's really hardworking. He's going to get a lot of money, and then there's a partnership with his constituents. I feel really good about him winning. Obviously, it's a while away, so we'll definitely check in closer. But I think as the cards in the energy line now, it seems very possible that he's going to win that seat.
Yep.
Oh, yes, I want to read on Charles McGonigal. Have you heard about that? He was the I think he worked in the FBI and just got arrested for having connections with Russian oligarchs.
He worked for the FBI?
FBI or some kind of intelligence. Yeah, he was working with a Russian oligarch.
Wow.
Giving a lot of information out. I think FBI, thank you. And I think that is where a lot of this dark money connection is going to really be exposed. And also like the connection of Trump and Russia in 2016. Because we keep on saying we feel the Mueller report coming back out.
I do.
I don't know if you feel that way too.
Absolutely,
and I
do.
think that he's that missing link for that.
Yeah. And he keeps saying, well, I was absolved. No, you weren't. He said you would go to jail right now if you weren't the president. And so it was a moot point to even go over anything because they weren't going to prosecute him or indict him anyway. And Barr was in then.
Yeah. Ann McGrath said Comey hired him. Isn't that
Comey
interesting?
hired him?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I never got like the best vibes with Comey. I don't know if I feel like he's quite that corrupt, but
he didn't have to come up with that information on Hillary right before the election.
I think that was planned, and I think that he had a bit of his own bias in releasing that. I don't know if I feel like the dark connection with Russia with Comey, but still not a really good guy in my opinion. But yeah, let's take a look at him because I think he's going to Charles McGonigal, and I feel like I know I've seen other psychics say this, and it really resonates to be true with me as well. Is him really giving up a lot of dirt. I think Linda said squealing like a pig to try to save himself and really expose a lot of the secrets there.
Oh, so they're wondering if he's going to flip
and
then have to go into witness protection.
Yeah, there's definitely, well, I think he's going to be locked up, but I think that there is that, there's people that would like to see him out of the picture.
Well, I think too, they want that MTG and them, they would like to get all the information they can because, like I said, they want to save themselves and they want to see who's the names, who are the witnesses, so they can go after those witnesses and obstruct.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So is he going to bring down Charles McGonigal? Now, Charles McGonigal, is he the FBI agent that was with the oligarchs?
Yes.
Okay, so why are they saying, will he bring down many?
I think that means is he going to expose a lot of secrets on.
I got you.
Maybe
okay, I wanted to make sure I was
asking. His connection
that.
and dark money ties from Russia to a lot of people in the GOP. Like I said, a couple Democrats too. He's in prison now. Thank you, Cheryl. I see him flipping. I don't feel witness protection though. I feel like he's got some time, maybe to lesser his sentence, he'll squeal.
Okay. Let me see.
Ooh.
I feel like he is going to flip on some people, and he's going to maybe go into witness protection possibly, because I get the world card. So I get there's going to be some sort of a completion, an ending, a start of something new. So it's going to complete some questions they have. He got the 8 of Cups. So I think he is afraid that he's going to have to be moving on.
Yeah.
He is so he's in a bad situation right now. He's got the 7 of Wands, so I think he's trying to find ways to defend himself and to defend what he did, and so because he feels he's under attack right now. But yeah, he's got the 10 of Pentacles, so he's going to have misfortune over a lot of money. It's a lot of money, a lot of money that was lost, a lot of money that was taken. It's all having to do with money. And he's a fool. He did something foolish. He was not, he missed something. They caught him. So yeah, I feel it all has to do with money. And I got the King of at the bottom of the deck, the King of Pentacles in reverse again, losing money.
And with the King of Pentacles too, that's the Trump card, and having him upside down, so like bringing Trump down.
Yeah, broke, losing money.
Thank you so much, Ian. Yeah, it's really interesting. He's really, we have the 5 of Swords here, which is like loss, and it's an abuse of power. 5 of Wands is there. I think that there's many people involved with this, many people fighting. Yeah, he's in the defensive. I have the 5 of Wands as well. He's getting attacked by all of these sides. Getting a lot of people telling him to shut up. You better not say anything. Yeah, I have the King of Cups here, and I don't know if that's it wouldn't be Garland, I don't think, but there's some secrets there that he's about this King of Cups, or that he's telling this King of Cups. I definitely feel like he is going to squeal. We have 8 of Wands in the future. That's the communications, the messages, and things really speeding up with that. And then yes, success. This is a yes. He's going to share that. I do feel like I think somebody, Cheryl asked, is he safe? And I do feel like there's that risk there. I don't typically read that way, but yeah, I think there's a lot of people that would really enjoy that. Yeah, there's a lot of connections that he made that he's going to be telling. He's the magician, so it's like he's going to do whatever he has to do to get out of trouble or to lessen the charges. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. And intuitively, I feel like he's sharing information. I see him like as that missing link to a lot of things, and I feel like for me, it feels like a lot of this being exposed more towards like end of summer, fall. But so maybe he hasn't quite flipped, but he will.
Exposed in 2023. Exposed in 2023.
Yeah, and I do feel like there's some Democrats that took dark money too.
That'd be in September. Yeah, I'm getting around October, November.
November. I felt like fall. Timing's always a little bit hard.
It is.
It feels
so
like
don't hold us to the exact, but get a guesstimate there.
And Lynn says he was in charge of the FBI task force investigating foreign influence, is what she got, and he was working with the Russians. Yeah, so he was investigating foreign influences, although he had connections with the oligarchs, an oligarch in Russia.
Well, we know Rudy did.
So, I mean, you can't get much more corrupt than that. Supposedly you're investigating things, but you're actually giving them information and receiving money from them. It's crazy.
Russia's involved in so much of this, I think. They want to weaken our country. They want to divide us and separate us and do what they're doing.
Yeah, oligarch Oleg Deripaska is who he was taking payments from. Oh, Karen, I'm getting an absolute yes and body chills to that. When they did the sanctions on some of the oligarchs, Oleg's home was raided in October
Uh-huh.
of 2021. She says, I bet they found Charles' name there. Uh-huh. I'm getting a strong yes with that. There was information there that they picked up.
I'm feeling yes, but I'll do my pendulum. And it's saying yes also.
Yeah, I got a
And I
huge yes.
programmed that.
Wow.
Whew. So many corrupt people in our government.
Yeah.
Russian Patriarch Orthodox Church has been backing Putin. What will happen to the patriarch after Putin is gone?
Thank you so much for your donation, Yvonne. I feel like all they want that influence and that power connection. So I think they're going to try to muddy the waters with whoever else comes in. I don't think that they're going to be super successful though, because as I said in the past, I feel like there's a lot of positive changes happening in Russia. It almost feels like a revolution, and them getting a lot of that corruption out of their government and becoming much more democratic. As hard as that is to believe, it's going to take some
eventually
time.
they will be.
Yeah, like I think probably like in the next 5 years, 10 years, I think that they'll actually be like an ally to the world. And I don't feel like Putin's going to be around much longer, you guys. I told you I saw him like sick in his deathbed is what I felt.
I got the moon. That people are confused. There's uncertainty. There's a lot of secrets that are being kept from the people, the Russian people, and they are finding things out. They are finding things out. They're losing their children. There's there are things that they're trying to keep from them that are coming out now. They got the Ace of Pentacles. So they're not stable. They're losing a lot of money there in Russia. They're refusing to compromise. This is for compromising, refusing to compromise. But I feel like eventually they're going to get somebody, like you said, that's a little bit more diplomatic, a little bit more balanced. Yeah. And because I feel like with the at the bottom of the deck with the Hierophant in reverse, there's going to be some rebellions.
Okay.
From the people of Russia. They're going to rebel about some of this stuff. That's their sons that are being sent over there. They're ticked. The Russian people are going to rebel.
Hold on one second. CC Writer, ABC News, McGonigal and Shestakov, I don't know who that is, who investigated oligarchs, agreed in 2021 to investigate a rival Russian oligarch in return for payments for Deripaska. Thank you for sharing, CC. Oh yeah, and Cheryl Ward says, and this international corruption / money is exactly why Jack Smith was picked. Yeah.
Yeah, because he does war crimes, doesn't he? Investigated.
Oh wow. Yvonne, for me, I'm getting a lot of the same things that I said before. We have the war going on now with this 9 of Wands, but this is also like them being on the defensive. The Russian, the Orthodox Church, I see them kind of losing a lot of their influence. This is like going within and going and hiding. So like going in the shadows. We have like that money there that they've been backing them, but we have the Hierophant, which is the government and a new beginning. So I think that new direction, I think that they're going to get a lot of that corruption out of there. It's going to take some time though, Yvonne. I don't think it's going to happen right away, but I get the feeling like that Orthodox Church, their power and influence is diminishing.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the younger people.
Oh yeah, it's like Russia's going to have a bit of like a restart. I think the Fool's actually, excuse me, pretty perfect for them in their government after Putin goes, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like they're starting from scratch.
Yep.
All right, thank you for the question. All right. Richie says, do either of you see AOC making a run at president one day?
Let's see.
If I feels like a while out there, I get a yes.
President one day.
I don't know if she's going to win though. I feel like she may actually be like Speaker of the House or leader in the Senate.
Yeah, I think she's going to move up. She's a smart person, but I don't see her as president.
She's got the power and influence, so I think she has like a major leadership position. Like,
I'm
could
like
be
you.
Speaker, or I think I'm actually resonating more with like being like Senate leader.
Yeah.
Like Chuck Schumer. She might actually take Chuck Schumer's seat when he decides to retire.
Yeah, I think she will too. I got but I got the moon. It's too soon. It's uncertain at this time, you know. But she's got the smarts for it. I would love it.
Yeah. And you know what, the Democratic Party is much more going into a direction, that progressive direction, and they need that young, really smart progressive leadership, and I see AOC really being one of those leaders.
I love her.
I feel like it's going to get really big for her maybe like in 20 years. But I wouldn't be surprised. I do feel her in the House for a while, and then it feels like she goes to the Senate. I don't necessarily feel president, but I mean maybe. She's definitely got like that leadership position.
She definitely does.
I would agree with you. I don't think it's quite written in stone as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite clear with that moon card.
But I could see her running though, because when she gets old enough. I don't know, how old do you have to be now to be run for president? 30?
I think you'd be 35.
35.
All right. Got some quite a few more questions here.
They need a cutoff age too. You don't need to be 80 and be president.
I agree with you, Deann. And I really see that kind of changing, because I feel like the younger people in the Democratic Party getting more prominent positions, and really changing a lot of things with the Democratic Party. I mean, for me, I've complained for a long time that I feel like, you know, Democrats have kind of lacked backbone and like that fight sometimes, and you know, they kind of don't want to bring air to like these silly Republican attacks. But also you have to match fire with fire a little bit, and not hide from it. I mean, acknowledge stuff and call the Republicans out on their crap, you know?
Yeah, and the reporters too. I don't know how many times I've seen them questioning a Republican, and they lie, and they don't call them on it, it's a known lie, and it's like, well, call them on that, or if they do call them on it, they start the whataboutism. What about Hunter?
And they don't continue to keep pushing. They just let it go.
Yes. Or they talk over them, or they change the subject, but they never answer the question that's asked of them, and the reporters really need to push them.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. Yonique asks, can you look into if there's a psychic on the Simpsons writing staff? They predicted a lot of stuff. They predicted Trump being president before he was president.
A psychic on the Simpsons staff. Is there a psychic on the Simpsons staff? I need to use a card. That's actually a good question, because
maybe like a time traveler.
Psychic on the Simpsons.
I don't know if I'm gonna throw cards on.
I'm just getting a maybe card. Ain't telling me.
See, I'm getting a yes, but also kind of what came to me is like a time traveler. So maybe somebody that's really connected with their psychic gifts and can kind of like travel time with the mind a little bit. I don't think it's like a physical like time traveler from the
Like
future.
remote viewing.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe.
somebody knows how to remote view and they were able to see that because they got them coming down the escalator and everything. And what are the odds?
Yeah, time traveler is just what came to my mind. But like I said, I don't feel like it's somebody from the future. It feels like it's a gift.
And sweet and salty, she's right. She said the loudest voices doesn't make them right. And I think
Mhm.
somebody on Fox Network who tells the Democratic side, and she said that very thing to Janine Perot, the one that yells real loud. She says
Yeah,
saying it louder and yelling it don't make you right.
right. Karen Louise says the guys are not going to give you the deets on The Simpsons, as it would warp the time space continuum.
Yep, we don't want to do that.
No. All right, you guys.
Although in the last 6 years, I feel like we've been on in the twilight zone. So many
Right,
things
that's
have
very
happened.
true. That's very true, Deann.
Churches
All right.
pushing for political figures. They should be.
I see them being taxed at some point. It doesn't feel too far out. I'm getting number two, maybe 2 years.
Yeah, they are going to be because you can't have these churches. There's churches that said, oh, if you're a Democrat, I don't want you in my church. If
Hmm.
you wear a mask, I don't want you in my church. Well, it's supposed to be, they say, the house of God. Everybody should be welcome. So they should be taxed when they do that. Absolutely. They shouldn't tell you which way to vote.
Right, or giving they're tax free, but can give major campaign contributions and all that kind of stuff. I see them being taxed. For me, if I think it's 2 years out because I saw the number two really strongly.
Especially these mega churches that have
Hmm.
millions of people and they have private jets and diamond rings and
Right,
live
right.
in
Like
castles.
the mega churches.
Yeah, and then they're taking money from the little old lady on Social Security saying, if you want help with your bills, you got to give 10%. And it just ticks me off.
Yeah.
Do you remember that preacher used to have a cloth, prayer cloth, or papers he would say he'd pray over? You send him $100 and he would bless it and send it. He made so
Mm-mm.
much money off of that scam. They finally found out, but be taxed. And I'm getting in 2 years also. I was doing my
2 years, yeah. I think it's
mm-hmm.
like within 2 years. It's a couple years out.
Yep. They should stay out of that.
And says the Dems will have the House before 2024. The reason Scott Perry, Scramptos, Chip Roy, Andrew Clyde, Jordan, Gomer, and others will have to resign or may be indicted. Just a gut feeling. What do I what do I know? I agree with that 100%, Ian. I don't know a couple of the people that you wrote in there, but a
What's
lot of them
IMHO?
I don't know.
Scott Perry sounds.
But yeah, I
Well,
definitely get a yes, and I think that it is because of a lot of them having to resigning, and I see a lot of Republicans having to like go, um, like maybe not resign, but don't run for reelection because I think of a lot of this dark money is going to be exposed towards the end of the year.
and I'm here for it.
In my honest opinion, thank you, Selma. He's just giving his opinion that the Dems will have the House
Oh, okay,
before
thanks.
2024. We were saying that too. I think that that's what I was kind of feeling from my guides. Like I said, I think it will be very, very close. But oh wow, Mimi Rose says the evangelicals are running $100 million ad at the Super Bowl.
Wow.
You just need a big stage to spew your bull crap.
And think of how many people they could help with that money. That they
Yeah.
could do what would be considered God's work. You know what I mean? They could
Hmm.
help homeless. They could help so many people.
Yeah. A lot of people are talking about Scientology too, and And maybe when they start really getting into like, like these mega churches having to pay tax and stuff like that, I feel like the Scientology really kind of, um, diminishing and like crumbling. Crumbling is what just came to me.
Yeah, it's such a
The way
scam.
it's
They
shut
take
down.
money off of these rich people. They try to get them to
Mhm.
recruit other stars. And
There's a lot of darkness with
what's the
Scientology.
lady's name who kind of came out of that? Remy, uh,
Oh, Leah Remy.
Leah Remy. She talks a lot about
Hmm.
the stuff that goes on.
Yeah, there's a lot of shadiness that goes on with that. But I do feel like their whole organization cracks. I think it takes some time still, unfortunately. I think it's probably like a good 5-10 years, but I think we're getting closer to it.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, he's treated like a king in the Scientology group.
Yeah.
I remember him on Oprah. Do you ever see that episode where he was jumping on the couch and
No, I
acting
don't remember that.
crazy? Yeah, he was getting married to, I forget her name, but he was like,
Oh,
I'm so
Katie
happy.
Holmes. Katie Holmes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
he's
he
a bit
just
of a
acted like a
wacko, isn't he?
lunatic.
Yeah. All right, you guys. I think probably one or two more questions.
Leah Remini. Thank you, Mimi Rose. Yep, I watched that, Evelyn. She told all about it.
All right, you guys. Send me a couple questions. I'm only going to do one or two more. We've been on for about an hour, so.
There's an indictment out for who's Miscavige?
I don't know.
Me neither. Oh, the Scientology leader. He's
Ooh.
hiding to avoid being served for child trafficking at the church by former members. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, DeJoy, they want to know about.
Joy. Yeah, we can look at Joy.
I can't believe he's still there. What's going to happen with DeJoy? Will he lose his job? Will DeJoy lose his job? DeJoy lose his job.
Oh, Lisa Marie Presley was in that church too and got out. I think Christy Alley, who just passed as well, I think she was into Scientology.
And John Travolta. I loved John Travolta.
He left it though, I think.
Did he leave it finally?
I think John Travolta got out of it.
Good. I liked him back in the day. So DeJoy. Well, I got the 5 of Cups in reverse. So that stands for him moving forward. So that's him moving forward. Let's see, what else did I get? Imprisonment. So
No?
I'm wondering if there is something that he did with getting rid of ballots and things like that that's going to be found out, because we know he did some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But right now he got the 4 of Swords. He's got some fear and anxiety, but they're not doing anything yet. He's just kind of laying low and resting and kind of regrouping, trying to protect himself.
It's going to come out though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got the High Priestess in reverse, so that is revealed secrets. So there are going to be some secrets that are revealed that he may be concerned that he could even go to prison about. He's doing a lot of self-reflection right now and soul searching, because they're searching for the truth. And I think that at the bottom of the deck, they're going to move forward with it. So I do get him leaving and possibly fearing prison. And I think it has to do with election fraud.
People are correcting me and saying that John Travolta is still part of that.
Is he? Oh.
Yeah, so you were right. Yeah, I feel like there's so much stuff that they're sorting through and so many things that they're trying to investigate and get sorted. They're like picking out their priorities, but I definitely feel like the joy is going down. And, I was kind of going along with you with what your cards. I have my Jill card. This is the abuse of power, secrets coming out, This could be an indictment or an investigation with this Page of Swords. He's got the Tower coming up in his future too.
Mm-hmm.
The Moon at the root of the reading. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. They're definitely going to act on him though. Ace of Wands, there's that action against him. I don't know. I felt like they should have went after him a long time ago. So as you know, timing's a little hard, but according to the cards, he's still going down. So
yeah, and people are being questioned, and more is going to come out. They're just slow. Justice is slow.
Yeah.
Oh, said Travolta had COVID last month, but then they found out it was just a Saturday night fever. Good one, Deann. Oh, crack me up.
We'll do one more question. Let me find one that's good.
Decoy instead of DeJoy.
Yeah, I think that's been going on for a while, hasn't it? She says Midas Touch has said Letitia James has put sanctions on Trump and his kids and attorneys. Like
Not
the whole Trump
Ivanka,
order,
though. She
right?
got out of it. Ivanka got out
I'm
of it.
thinking she put the sanctions on the Trump org.
Yeah.
So now they're going after, Trump and his kids personally. That wouldn't surprise me, but I haven't heard that.
Well, they had somebody, what I understood, was there to watch him, where his money went, every penny, to see, to make sure they're watching him and financially, and I think the other kids too. But somehow Ivanka got out of it. I don't remember, but
we'll end with this one. Patty G says, will Florida pass a law on carrying a firearm with no license? Unfortunately, Patty, kind of tapping into it, I felt yes, they would pass it, but I don't think it's going to stay in place long.
Pendulum saying yes.
Yeah.
And, I was talking to Milo. He was on my channel last night, and he was talking about, he lives in Florida, and he said there's a lot of guns in Florida, and you have to worry. I was talking about how nice it was to drive there. It's so bright and lit up compared to here in Illinois. And he said that you have to worry about if you make a wrong mistake that somebody will take a gun out and shoot you. Because there's all kinds of people with guns there, and there's a lot of road rage. And I'm like, oh, geez. I
do not like driving in Florida. They drive, no offense to anybody from Florida. It gave me like massive panic attacks driving through there because people do kind of they drag race down the highway. Yeah, there's a lot of bad things in Florida. I went to the Keys not that long ago, and I just kept on getting a lot of trafficking vibes too.
Yeah, I just pulled a card. I just got the Lovers, which is a yes card. So unfortunately, I was going to go to Florida this year.
Yeah. Yeah, Patty G, I do think it's going to pass, but when we get some federal laws in there, that can definitely override state laws. So yeah, they drive awful. Yeah, I did get an immediate yes when I picked up your question.
I must have been in a good area then, because I didn't go through maybe any of the real busy areas where I stayed, because it was lit and they had reflectors. It was like, oh, this is like driving in the daytime. At night, you could, no potholes.
Yeah, I've been down to Orlando quite a bit. I do not like driving on their freeways.
Oh.
And then a couple of years ago, I did go down to the Florida Keys, and yeah, people drive crazy.
I'll stay away from those two places. I didn't go to Orlando. It was just another little place.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, we're going to wrap up here. I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's always a good time, and thank you, Deann, for stopping by. I know that you've had some stuff going on, but we're going to make sure to be doing this again here very soon.
Yes,
if you
I
haven't
can't go
already,
a month and not see your face again. I miss you too much.
All right. Well, if you guys haven't already subscribed to Deann Shield Maiden Tarot's channel, please go over there and subscribe. You can subscribe to my channel as well. Again, for anybody that's interested in my giveaway, since I hit 6,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a free 30-minute reading and a free Reiki session. And all you have to do to enter that is comment on this video. Once we close it out, you can comment on the post, and next week I will pick a winner for reading and Reiki. How about we do this? Those interested in a reading started off with reading, and those interested in a Reiki healing session started off with Reiki. And I will pick my 2 winners next Tuesday. All right, everyone. Sending you all a lot of love. See y'all soon. Take care, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.